Professor Netanwe Goshwe Yiwata has emerged as the new national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, replacing Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, the former Kano State governor, who stepped down citing health issues. Joining us now on this show to discuss the emergence of Professor Yiwata as the new APC chairman, his antecedents, and if he has what it takes to deliver in his new position, is Professor Ussiju Medaner, former organizing secretary of the APC. Thank you for joining us, Professor Medaner, and good morning.
Ruben, for having me.
Well, Professor Medaner, I would like you to first start with what happened with the emergence of the new APC chairman, who is, what your expectations are, and also the effort by the party, the Progressive Governors Forum, led by Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, supported by the Speaker of the House of Representatives, all that adjustment to move positions from the Northwest to the North Central, from the North Central to the Northwest, and all of that. What that means for the party.
Thank you once again for having me. You know, politics is dynamic and it's a science that you have to permutate. And Professor Netanwe is a product of this permutation. And, I've been saying on this platform that election is not an event, it's a process. And you have to think over 1 million times in a second. You have to think horizontally and vertically and look at what is good for you. And if you look at it today, you look at the antecedent of the Professor Netanwe is somebody that has gone through the process. He was a former resident electoral commissioner. That means he has the know-how of election. He knows what election is all about. And party is just about winning election, putting people together. And I think he has what it takes in this aspect. And the governors, they have done what is called consultation and counter-consultation. So many people were on the list. There were, I think, the issue of even former governor of Plateau State, that came in on news, and there was Al-Makura, who was actually, people were thinking he was coming on board. But, they have now put seal to even the issue of balancing power in the party. I think this is a very welcome development, and the challenges ahead, that is what I think the chairman is going to face, because there are so many people that they come to the party, and there are so many activities and events which is expected to take place to put the party in place. As he said yesterday, that we have to fix it. So now it's for them, for the members of the party, that is NWC, and other technocrats that he will engage to put those things together. If you look at it, Article 9.2 and 9.3.1 to 5, there are issue of dues, and the article specifically said that only financially up-to-date members shall have right to vote and be voted. And the NWC is saddled with the responsibility to fix the dues. Up to now, I think that has not been done, the fixing of the dues. And this can raise a ground for litigation in the nearest future when people contested election, because I think there is even penalty under that very section, that is once you are found not paying that due, 50% will be charged. So all these things, I think he has to put those things in place. And the registration, and the party constitution says that you have to update your register after every 6 months. It has not been done, and I think this is a tax too. Then you have so many people that they come to the party, so the register base has to be invalidated to know who is really with APC and who is not with APC. You have to go back to the 8,809 wards to look at the register in those places, then it's only APC, I think, among the political parties that has in its organs, polling unit organ, that in Article 10, it has to be established too. So there are so many things to do in the party, and the structure of that organs is listed in Article 13 of the party, where who and who's supposed to be the chairman and all the members of those polling units. That means you are looking at 120,000 polling units. Right. So there are a lot of things to be done. And I think he's capable and he can do those kind of things, because anybody that can go the rigorous of general election, I think can be able to handle such things, because he has the electoral mind, let's say electoral laws in his head.
All right, I'm glad you're talking about elections and electoral laws, because you've given us a good breakdown of the administrative side, what's expected of him administratively. But if we're looking at electoral value, electoral capital, and the demeanor that we've come to expect from politicians who hold that position of chairman, a degree of assertiveness, a bit of fire and aggressiveness. A lot of people might say that he doesn't embody these qualities. He's a cool, calm gentleman, number one. Number two, in the instance of electoral value, he's not somebody who was even able to deliver his own state to the president in 2023. So there are questions around, yes, he has great acumen and he's a man of great caliber and pedigree, but where elections are concerned, is he the man who can deliver? Can you address some of those issues?
I think party administration, we have to separate between party administration and contesting for an election. If I may ask so many people to tell me who is the DNC chairman, that is Democratic National Convention chairman, you might not know the person. And he has never even contested election. So they are party technocrats, people that have the basic knowledge of how parties should run. It's not just people that actually, you are not looking for the person with that clout. You are looking for a person that can give the enabling environment for party members, who knows what to do. Let me just remind you, technically, I think APC lost a seat either in Niger or Kwara, just because of the omission of the S in progressives in court. So you need people that can look at document thoroughly, to look at it very well. So I think who should be the party chairman? We have this kind of misconception in Nigeria. It has to be former this, former that, former this. It's not theistic. The rigorous party work I just mentioned, not quite long, I said that 8,809 words. You have to have information on those things and how you should act on those layers of party structure. Then you have the 120,000 polling units. You have 774 local governments. You have the 36 states and FCT. Definitely, you need person with that kind of mind, people with the resilience to face the party event and structure. So the schedule of activities, that is what will determine how good he is and how he's going to be. Because what makes a party chairman is any election that is upturned by court, conducted by him, that is primary election, that shows that, yes, he knows what he's doing. If primaries are not upturned in courts, definitely it shows that, oh, this man knows what he's doing. Now, he has a lot of reconciliation to do. There are a lot of maybe factions, the recent election in FCT, there are a lot of things to be mended. He has to look at those things, and he has to put things in place. Look at the documents submitted to INEC, look at the litigation arising from the primaries, look at how to reach out to reconcile some of the warring parties, to bring them together to focus on winning the election.
Okay. I mean, Prof, very apt. On this, I totally, give kudos to the APC and President Tinubu on this. I mean, this was a masterstroke. This is a good decision, And for those that probably think Professor Nantawe is not tough enough, it's obvious they don't know him. Like I said, he's got a level of what I call some righteous stubbornness, and that's what I gave him my analysis this morning. But is that also not a problem? Because my colleague, Sumner, raised a very important point this morning, where he said this man served as a rec in INEC. Is it not going to come with a lot of armory of trade secrets of INEC in favor of the APC leading up to this election? Can't the code of conduct look as regards that? That a man that served as rec, should we even have people that served as a rec or anything in the electoral body even have a route back into politics? Shouldn't just be career electoral officers? Should they even have a path back into politics? Because it's a thin line, my brother. It's a thin line, Professor. What do you say to that?
Thank you, my brother. Let me just put it this way. Constitutionally, I don't think there is any problem. And when you serve as an umpire and you came and become a player, the Constitution did not say that you are not going to serve. I think in the last election, he contested as the candidate of APC in Plateau State. And the case reached to, I think, the Court of Appeal gave the victory to him, where the Supreme Court overturned that judgment. So there is no any need of this thing. I think even in football, you see people can be at the other side and be on the other side. It's just a matter of you attested to his integrity. And I think that integrity, that is what you need. When somebody is somewhere, I think he can do a lot of things. We have a lot of former INEC chairmen, and I don't think they have any influence on the INEC today. They don't. That is how it is, and that is how it should be. And let's watch and see. And journalists actually will be the eyes of the people to see whether the man is going to interfere with any INEC distance. Today, I think it will even make him to be somehow scared. Why? Because once he's with any INEC man, it will be seen as, oh, he wants to influence something. But what will come to bear is his knowledge, the knowledge of electoral process, the knowledge of electoral act, the knowledge of what he has acquired during his service at INEC as a resident electoral commissioner, and there are a lot of experience that you come to bear on APC. So it's a kudos, I think, to the party, and I think all hands should be on deck to come and support him, to give him the needed support to move the party forward.
Prof, one of the issues that came up yesterday was the Speaker of the House of Representatives, who seconded the motion by the governor of Imo State, condemning the ADC, saying, look, these opposition politicians, by way of summary, that they are mischievous, he doesn't know what they are doing, they will not go anywhere. What are your own thoughts about this emergence, re-energization of opposition politics represented by the ADC?
From my preamble, I said something. I said, you have to think over 1 million times in a second as a politician. You have to look at all the variables. You have to now think over, to put things horizontally and vertically. You see, APC, let me give you the last election, 2023 election. APC is the only party that put together manual to train all its agents across the 120,000 polling units with knowledgeable, let's say, with knowledge-based manual to know the electoral processes. And there were a lot of reports, even those INEC ad hoc staff do ask the APC agents on sequence of the election. Election is an event, and what time do you start counting? What time do you start doing this? What time do you go to this? What time do you have to do that? So if you look at some of the opposition activities, it's just making noise. They are not putting acts together. Election is not just making noise. Election is just thinking. Everywhere in the world, we have seen what happened in the United States, where most of the people thought that a Democrat was going to win the election, but the Trump put together people that can win election. What is happening, even in 2023, let me say this. Some of the opposition, let me mention Atiku, he knows how to get ticket, but he doesn't have those people that can win general election. Most of the politicians, I was in CPC, I supported Buhari. We had all the followership, but those that we can have to win election, that has been the problem. So you need to have those that knows how to win election. I think what Fashola did 2023, he put heads together, put people that can come up with ideas. How do we win this election? How do we go about it? You have to analyze and look at your document, look at your stronghold, look at the opposition stronghold, look at what the opposition is doing. You have to permutate and try to see where you're going, not just to rely on some people's pools to say, we are going well, where people are talking this way. Some of the people that are talking are not voting. They are not voters. They are online voters. They just make noise. And you know, that is not how election is being done. So that is my response to that.
Prof, I get your point. But do you agree with Speaker Tajuddin Abbas that the ADC is a desperate body, a collection of desperate people, and that the NNPP is having bitter conflicts within, and that these are just, and that the LP, Labour Party, that is a drastically diminished party, and that this opposition coalition is of no consequence? Be very clear, be specific.
Let me even give you an example. Dr. Ruben, let me give you an example. Recently, my last Wednesday's article, I think I do write every Wednesday, I have a column. I made mention that Peter Obi was supporting the Nanadis Usman's faction, was with her. But recently, all of a sudden, he jumped to the Aboris faction, raising hands of a candidate in that place. So there is inconsistency. As a politician, you have to be consistent.
No, there's no,
some people are just aggrieved.
There's no evidence to that effect, Prof. Please. There's no evidence.
It has happened, my brother. Please do a check. Just do a check. You understand? And the same thing with some members that have gone to this thing. They are aggrieved people. Yes, you need to be aggrieved. But you don't attack when you're angry. That is how it is. You have to think, how do I go about it? So this is my response to that. And if you look at it, Speaker Tajuddin is responding to this kind of aggrieved people. When you have grievances, you were with person, and you come out and start attacking, the words you said when you are with that person can speak against you. Because people can be bringing those words. I think you have some people that actually were with another person, they came on your platform, you brought out all what they said about the other person. At the end of the day, people will judge, this man is just maybe because he's not getting what he wanted, that's why he has gone back to the other side. I think this is what he was trying to describe, and I agree with him on that note.
Okay, Professor Medaner, thank you very much for joining us this morning.